Welcome back to our channel, Kelly family. And if you are new to our channel, please subscribe. We are sure you're gonna love our videos. Today we have a crazy story time about how Alina and I almost died. We're also going to be talking about the Young Nails products, which if you saw my last video, you know I'm going to be using this for the very first time. So let's get into our story. So during the pandemic, Alina and I went to go buy some desks at IKEA all the way in Brooklyn, and then we were driving back. And I've been to this IKEA many times, okay? And I've never gotten lost. And everybody who knows me knows I always use my GPS for everything. So I was following my GPS, and for no reason, like, it just kept rerouting. And so I kept getting out of different exits. I kept getting back on the highway. It was just a hot mess. I was getting so frustrated, and I literally said out loud, I was like, listen, God is just protecting me from something else that's probably worse, because there was traffic in this highway and there was construction on the highway. So there was only one lane and I was behind this big truck. And so then as I'm like getting out of the exit, my brakes went out. My emergency brakes did not work. And my car just shut off. And I was like, yo, what?
Me and Mommy were really shocked because the car brakes never went out, never broke down. Nothing was wrong with that car. We started panicking and crying, and we were like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I started comforting my mommy, and I was like, Mommy, everything's going to be okay. But we're going to pause so my mommy could talk to you guys about these products.
So today I will be using the Cover Flamingo on my baby girl Alina. And as you can see, I'm also going to be using their Pro Acrylic Brush. I love how the tip picks up that bead. And I'm setting it down. And I can tell you, I just love how this goes on to the natural nail. Again, it is a little bit on the drier side. You also have to be very careful with the powder to liquid ratio. This is my first time using it, so I have to get used to the powder to liquid ratio. But it's so pretty that I did not want to waste any of the powder and the liquid practicing on my practice hand. I'd rather practice on Alina. She's like the best practice hand. I will be showing you guys how I did her ring finger nails because it has some nail art from my local beauty supply store, as you can see, and it is so pretty. And I also will be using the clear Mia Secret acrylic, which actually worked pretty good with the Young Nail monomer. So that's a plus. If you have Mia Secret, it does work well with the Young Nail monomer.
Obviously, right when the police came, that's right when the car was like, ooh, I'm gonna start working now. And that isn't even the funny part. Right when the tow truck comes, we were bawling our eyes out, just being thankful nothing bad happened. And the tow truck driver probably thought we were crazy. He was looking at us like, why are y'all even crying? He probably thought, I don't care as long as I get my money. The tow truck driver took us back to the Bronx, and Daddy was confused. He was like, what happened? Because when he took the car for a spin, it was working fine with him.
So, of course, my man was like, oh, God, y'all would be in drama queens because the car's working just fine with me. And I was like, no, I don't feel safe in this car. I'm not driving this car anymore. Absolutely not. Like, we could have died because we were behind a truck, okay? And when the brakes went out, luckily the truck kept driving because I could have literally crashed into the truck with Alina in the car. Like, heck no. Now, I know y'all see that good application. I had to do minimal filing on these nails just because the acrylic is very high quality. It's so good. And it gives you, like I've been saying since the beginning, a smooth, consistent application. And even while filing, you can feel the quality in the acrylic. It didn't like feel rough or grainy. It actually felt just smooth. Like you were filing like, I don't even know. Like, you just have to buy it and try it, honestly. Buy it and try it and tell me if you feel the same way. And y'all, Kelly family, I know y'all see my nail dust collector doing its thing. Ooh. look at that dust just going in so effortlessly. You can definitely check out which nail dust collector I have. My Amazon storefront link is in the description box. So back to the story about how Alina and I almost died. All right. So my man was driving it. The car's acting normal. It's acting fine. So now his friend, he takes it to the shop so his friend could take a look at it and see what's going on. His friend starts driving it, and his friend calls him like, yo, the brakes went out. So at this point, Matthew's like, y'all both lying. Y'all all lying. There's no way the brakes is going out on this car. And it hasn't even happened to me. So his friend is like, nah, your girl wasn't bugging. Your girl wasn't acting crazy or dramatic. Like, it legit stopped working. Like, it just turned off. And so he was like, let me drive the car for a day or two. I'm going to stay with your car, and we're going to see what's up with this. So, y'all, my car had me looking like a bow-faced, straight-up lion. You know what, okay? I know y'all see that shape, right? Look at the shape on that nail. My shaping has gotten so much better from the beginning of my journey. But back to the story. So he finally took the car for a few days, and eventually it did happen to him too, okay? So when it happened to him, he was like, yo, I was driving in the street, and luckily I didn't crash into the car in front of me because I had to swerve. Your car literally just turned off. The brakes went out, everything turned off. And everybody, I know y'all asking why we didn't use the emergency brakes. So the emergency brakes failed, okay? They were failing as well. And it was because the computer head of the car, I forgot what it's called. Once that fails, your entire car fails. So the emergency brakes do not work. So this is the swipe. And again, you can use this to clean off the dust off the nails. And look at the reveal. Look, I know y'all see my daughter's thumb. She was not born like that. Something happened to her thumb. We don't know what it was, but we took her to the dermatologist and they said it's going to stay that way. So we just work around it so she can still have her nails, and look how excited she is. She's so happy, and she loved this color acrylic. And we're going to be doing some nail art, and y'all see how this turned out. So back to my story. My man realized that it was not safe to drive that car anymore. Okay, it was a Nissan, and it just wasn't it. It wasn't safe. And I was just like, I'm not driving this, okay? And I'm definitely not driving this with Alina. And he was like, you know what, Mom? I got you. And he bought me my Benz. Yes, y'all. He said, you know what? I can't have my two princesses driving around with a car that's going to keep breaking down on them, possibly freaking die in the car because the brakes went out and everything stopped working. And so he's like, go get you your Benz, girl. So I took a minute to find the car that I truly wanted, but something really great came out of it. And I was super excited because, honestly, I was getting over that Nissan. I was so over it because it just wasn't me. I had bought it because I really needed it, and it was a 4-cylinder. And you believe the hype when people like, buy a 4-cylinder car. Don't get a foreign, because a foreign is so expensive when you need to fix it. But you know what? Do what makes you happy. Do what you're going to love. Buy what you're going to like. Buy what you're going to be like super excited about. Some finishing thoughts about Young Nails acrylic system. Definitely worth the price. Definitely worth the hype. It looks beautiful with designs. Great quality acrylic system. And we did some nail art on her. I also practiced with my left hand just to exercise that left hand so that I can do my own nails. And you could definitely tell which pinky I did with my left hand, okay? But it's gonna get better, y'all. But this was the final result, and she was happy with it. We hope you enjoyed our video. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.